Good afternoon. This is Murph from Keep Talkin 365, and I'm back to give you my football picks for this afternoon. I did my podcast yesterday morning. I think that's what it's going to be. I think we're going to have Keep Talkin 365, the podcast, at 8 a.m. on Saturday mornings. So if you guys are listening to this live, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. But yesterday's episode is definitely indicative to what my channel is all about, what message I'm trying to convey. We're trying to do a little bit of sports, trying to do a little politics, some opinions. I'm trying out these new microphones here today that I just picked up from Amazon just to see if eventually what I really like to do is I like to do some interviews. Now, the interview thing is a bit of passion of mine, and I just got to like kind of hit that right circuit or that right narrative or that right topic and, try to start getting some interviews. So I think I'm pretty good at that interview stuff. I'm trying to work my way up to being a good podcaster. And like I said, stuff like this, it's all practice. So today, this afternoon, Sunday afternoon football, nothing like it. Nothing like it. Well, before we get into football, let's congratulate the old Los Angeles Dodgers. That's right, the Los Angeles Dodgers won the World Series last night in dramatic fashion, I guess you would say. Was it Ramos hitting a home run late in the game? Yamamoto comes in to pitch the last 2 innings. Ohtani, I guess he's the best player in the world, but he really didn't do much to help his baseball team last night. But, that's how it goes. Aaron Judge is going to be the MVP of the American League, and Shohei Ohtani will be the MVP of the National League. But congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the only sad part about that is, A, the Dodgers won, and B, no baseball till March. And you love baseball like I do, it's kind of sad day when the World Series is over, even when your team's not in it. I was actually pulling for the Toronto Blue Jays last night. I would have liked to see Vlad walk it off, but, what's his name's a little bit taller than the guy that was playing center field there in Edmonds. So I guess the Dodgers knew to bring in the taller guy to make that catch. But anyway, it would have been nice to see Vlad win the World Series and give the ring to his dad. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about football Sunday. This is going to be a quick one today, guys. It's 12:30. Game starting about a half hour. It's like with the 1 o'clock game and the 1 o'clock start starting off with the 49ers going into MetLife Stadium against the New York Giants. Now let's talk about a New York Giants team right here who's had amazing, amazing run of bad luck. Malik Neighbors, probably going to be one of the best wide receivers in the game, goes out for the season, blows out his ACL. At insult to injury, pardon the pun, you got Cam Skattebo. That's right, Cam Skattebo, who's a major, major part of this New York Giants offense. He, in turn, is out for the rest of the season. You have the best wide receiver. You have your heart, your spark plug, your toughest and probably best player besides Malik Neighbors out. The Giants are going to have trouble today. Although Jackson Dart is going to have to do a little bit of it on his legs. Tyrone Tracy, you never know. He might be primed for a good game. They have wide receivers that really, at the end of the day, are not superstars. They're probably threes on any other team with a good 1 and 2. And you got the defense. Now, what are these modern-day guys going to do? Are they going to respond when an old head, as people say, or an unk, as people say, like Carl Banks, when it says Sexy Dexy isn't holding his end of the bargain? He's not playing hard. He could play harder. Listen, man, instead of saying and responding to a 50-something-year-old ex-linebacker, who's pretty good, by the way, and probably knows what he's talking about, go out on the field and do what you're supposed to do and beat the shit out of the quarterback. Let's see how he responds today. Because if the defense responds today, the 49ers and Mac Jones might be in for a long day. Because if Dexter Lawrence has a pass rush like he's supposed to have, and he gets him on the run, because Brock Purdy's not playing today. Brock Purdy's still dealing with that toe issue. So you're going to get another Mac Jones, ex-Patriot guy, who it's good the Patriots got away from him because they're looking at Drake May right now. But McCaffrey is going to be a big problem because as Sexy Dexy is going to be trying to get the quarterback, Christian McCaffrey is going to be coming out of the backfield, running right up the middle, doing tail ends, catching out of the backfield, and a whole bunch of other things that Christian McCaffrey does when he is Christian McCaffrey. Today, against this Giants defense, is a perfect Christian McCaffrey being Christian McCaffrey day. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to have about 175 total yards. That's out of the backfield, and that's rushing right up the middle, like I said, all the way around. I think that Mac Jones is going to be okay. He's going to be proficient. He's going to have a quarterback rating of about 80 today. He's going to throw the ball around a little bit, but it's going to be McCaffrey that is absolutely going to carry this offense. I think the 49ers win this game, even with Giants at plus 2.5. I see somebody looking over there and said, who's my team? Today's a great day on Sunday football. You know why? Because I'm a fucking Jets fan. I hate my team, and today I could watch TV and I could watch football without any heartache. So my team, the Jets, that's right, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I've been a Jet fan for like 50 years. But anyway, back to why I'm here to give you my picks. Not that anybody's going to listen to me, and to be honest with you, I'm looking at the comments here. I'm 53 years old. I really can't see that well. Maybe I'll get back to you afterwards, but I would absolutely love to talk about this at another time. And I see all those 6-7s, I can tell you that much. And that's really not that funny anymore, guy. But anyway, the Giants are going to come up losers on this end. The 49ers might beat them by at least 2 touchdowns. The Giants defense is going to succumb to Christian McCaffrey and the rest of that 49ers offense. Game number 2, we got the Denver Broncos on a 6-game winning streak, actually a 5-game winning streak against the Houston Texans, whose defense actually looks pretty damn good. You got Nico Collins who's playing pretty good. No Surtain today means he's going to have a big day. Without Surtain and that cornerback double, team over there, the cornerback position is kind of left a little bit suspect. But on the other side, I forgot the guy's name, but they got the other side on the left. He's a pretty good cornerback as well. But Surtain out is somebody in that offense is going to have a big day with what's his name throwing him the football. Bo Nix. Bo Nix is going to have a big day. Bo Nix throws the ball to everybody. He's got a decent tight end. He's got 2 really good wide receivers and a good running back. An offensive line that believes in him. Bo Nix came back in the 4th quarter against the Giants. I don't know if that was just the Denver Broncos offense playing that well, or is it the fact that the Giants defense just gave up? But anyway, Bo Nix and Denver Broncos came back with the biggest comeback in the history in the 4th quarter. I think the Denver Broncos win this game against the Houston Texans at plus 2.5. Minnesota and Detroit. Detroit has the most high-powered offense that I have seen in a long time. Even with their offensive coordinator gone, who's over there in Chicago right now, they are still putting up high numbers. You know why? Because quietly, Jared Goff over the last couple of years has been the best quarterback in the NFL. He's got people to throw the football to him, and Ahmad St. Brown. I don't know what's going on with Jameson Williams. I had him on my bench last week. He had 0 points and 1 reception. Look for him to come out of the box today and have a big game. They got 2 high-level running backs. Gibbs, very high level. Montgomery, a pretty good running back. They got an offensive line that believes in their coach and that they believe in their quarterback. Their defense is always hurting. There's always something wrong with somebody on the line. There's always something wrong with somebody in that middle linebacker core. But what I'm trying to say here is this is going to be a high-scoring game because Minnesota's got J.J. McCarthy coming back. Justin Jefferson has been salivating for him to come back. What I mean by that is between Addison and Justin Jefferson, they have under 1,000 yards receiving. With J.J. McCarthy coming back today, and I'll be honest with you, he is probably going to make a difference in that offense. Thank you. I look very gay. As a matter of fact, wow, that's the best compliment I heard all day, dude. Mischievous lights. I can't believe that that just threw me off my game there a little bit. Anyway, back to the games. Minnesota. Minnesota's going to score some points today, but not against Detroit's offense, who's going to put up about 5 touchdowns today, beat Minnesota by about 14 points. Next game of the day, we got Atlanta and New England. Atlanta is such a team that if you want to look at them from a perspective of a bipolar team, 1 week they're up, 1 week they're down. They got a pretty good defense. They got Penix, who 1 week he wants to throw the ball, another week he wants to throw interceptions. He is still growing. Drake London, out. Bijan Robinson, is he the best running back in the game? Michael Penix Jr. throwing the ball all over the place. I got to say that New England, right now, you might be looking at the fact that another Belichick and Tom Brady scenario. I'm not saying that Drake May is Tom Brady, and I'm not saying that Vrabel is Belichick. I'm saying that the both of them come from the same type of cloth. Vrabel played under Belichick, won some Super Bowls, and he's got a quarterback, Drake May, who's young and impressionable, and I think he's going to make a difference today. New England beats Atlanta, even at +5 in New England. New England wins this football game. Chicago and Cincinnati. Talk about 2 teams that coulda, shoulda, woulda. Burrow out most of the season. Somebody said he might be coming back this week or next week. Chicago's got that baby Caleb Williams behind there. They got the ex-offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions right now, who is still putting up big numbers, even that coordinator gone. But he's taking this kid, Caleb Williams, under his wing and trying to make a quarterback out of him. Chicago has 2 wide receivers in Adunze and DJ Moore, who are always looking to catch the football and always looking to score touchdowns. They just need a quarterback to throw them the ball. Caleb Williams is going to be a mediocre quarterback at the end of the day, but they're playing against a Cincinnati team with Joe Flacco, who's 41 years old. 41 years old and just doesn't give a fuck. You know why? Because he's going to throw 3 or 4 touchdowns today to 2 of the top wide receivers in the game, and the running back ain't that bad either. So I got Cincinnati beating Chicago in Cincinnati today. Carolina and Green Bay, +13.5. I would say take Carolina, but their quarterback, Bryce Young, is not playing today. They got a decent running back. They got a decent wide receiver. Their defense is okay, but they are going to be nothing compared to what Green Bay is going to do to them today. That 13.5 isn't even enough. They're going to beat them by at least 3 touchdowns. You got Jordan Love. You got a high-powered Josh Jacobs in the backfield. You got 2 wide receivers. And again, like I said, an offensive line that trusts their quarterback and trusts their coach. Look for Green Bay today to stay home and beat the living shit out of the Carolina Panthers, and they're going to beat them by at least 3 touchdowns. Indianapolis Colts against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game right here on paper kind of looks close, but I think Daniel Jones, sorry Giant fans, is playing at such a high level in a different offense, and not to mention he's got some pretty damn good help around him. He's got Pittman. He's got the best tight end in the game, and he's got one of the most explosive and one of the most exciting running backs in Jonathan Taylor. Between these 3 and Daniel Jones and an offensive line playing on a high level, Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers has DK Metcalf. They have a running game that's not that great. Their offensive line is all right. I think Rodgers comes in there, maybe throws for 2 touchdowns, but these two wide receivers and this running back are going to be way too much for that Pittsburgh defense. Indianapolis is going to beat Pittsburgh by 2 touchdowns in Pittsburgh. Say goodbye, Aaron Rodgers, because Indy has an ex-Giant quarterback, and Pittsburgh has Aaron Rodgers, who is an ex-Jet quarterback. Look for Indianapolis to beat Pittsburgh by at least 2 touchdowns. Chargers in Tennessee. Tennessee's got plus 9.5. Cam Ward is still growing. Cam Ward's got a lot of growing pains. He's got 5 fumbles, 6 interceptions. He's got Pollard and Spears in the backfield, and he's got a wide receiver that's young, hungry, and ready to catch the football. Right now, Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans are definitely in a rebuilding and getting older and getting more mature mode. The Chargers are ready to do something right now. Harbaugh wants to win now. He's got Justin Herbert, who's got 2,200 yards passing. He's got 2 high-level wide receivers in Keenan and Ladd McConkey. And behind the back, he's got Kyron Williams. This offense is ready to go. Harbaugh is ready to win. Chargers are going to beat Tennessee by at least 10. They are going to cover the spread. So Chargers win this football game in Tennessee, and they beat them by at least 10. New Orleans against the Rams. The Rams, in the beginning of the season, were my sleeper pick to win the Super Bowl this year. Stafford and the Rams are my Super Bowl pick. They're my sleeper pick, but they sound like a pretty good one now. Their offense is playing on a high level. Puka, when he is healthy, is an awesome wide receiver. He's only got 2 touchdowns. And to be honest with you, with the addition of Devontae Adams, Matthew Stafford looked that much better. New Orleans, they're in trouble. They really got nothing going on over there. They're rebuilding. They got a young quarterback. They got Alvin Kamara, who may or may not play today, and that's what his status is every week. So I think New Orleans at plus 14 might cover because the Rams are home. Let me rethink this for a second. The Rams are up by Rams win by at least 3 touchdowns. They covered them 14. Rams win the game by at least 3 touchdowns. Jacksonville against the Raiders. The Raiders are getting better every week. Jacksonville looks like they're getting worse every week. Their defense is the only thing holding them there. Trevor Lawrence will never be an elite quarterback. No Travis Hunter today. The Raiders will win this one. Tom Brady will not allow the Raiders to win that many more football games without getting more people in there to help them win. So I'm telling you right now, Geno Smith, Max Crosby might be getting traded. The Raiders are a mess, but they're a little less messy than the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think the Raiders are going to win this one today in Vegas. Kansas City Buffalo, the matchup that everybody's waiting for. I don't think this matchup is going to be really that much of a matchup. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Let me retract that. It's going to be a good matchup. I think Josh Allen is the best quarterback in football. I think he has less around him than Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, at the end of the day, come out on top in a very, very high-scoring game, covering the spread by 2 points. Buffalo Bills win the game. Josh Allen over Pat Mahomes again in the Mahomes and Allen Bowl. Seattle and Washington, easy. Jaden Daniels getting better every week. Still might get hurt against Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks. Washington wins this game at +3. Seattle, they're still kind of figuring it out. So I think Washington, with Jaden Daniels healthy, is a better team. With Debo healthy, are a better team than the Seattle Seahawks. Washington at +3 wins this football game by at least a touchdown. Cardinals and the Cowboys, 2 bad defenses, except the Cowboys got a very high-powered offense. Cardinals are playing in Dallas. They're getting 3 points. I don't think this is going to be close. The Cowboys are going to score about 41 points on the Cardinals' 2 touchdowns. Even +3 is not going to help the Cardinals, and the Dallas Cowboys win this game going away. All right, guys, that is my sports picks for the day. And Keep Talking 365 is going to start growing and growing. I talk about everything. I talk about sports. I talk about politics. I talk about my opinions. I like to do interviews. Drop me a line. Hit that subscribe button. I'm also on TikTok at Let's Talk 1972. And I also got a Keep Talking 365 podcast on Facebook. So if you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button, and you're going to see me every week for my football picks. I'm going to drop a Saturday morning podcast at 8 a.m. every week. So be there, hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot, guys.